Welcome to the Locker, Season 2, Episode 32, special number.
A janky number.
As you see, we got our special guest in the house, Anwar Stewart, and my normal co-host, Van Howes, up on my right, if you're looking at the screen. Van, what's going on?
Man, look, we're going to get into this right now. We hitting hard off the bat. Hey, Stu, man, your man undersold you today on Twitter. He just said UK coach and CFL player. He didn't give you your roses of defensive MVP, multiple champion. He just gave you just a sly eye. That's just a regular old dude.
Hey, man, I ain't got no problem with that. I'm the catfish in the pond, man. You know, just throw some crumbs every once in a while, man.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Hey, the reason I'm the host is because I didn't put that in there. You know, but do you think that's gonna be a topic of this conversation?
I don't know, man, because you ain't give me nothing, man.
I don't have to give you nothing. I'm the host.
Hey, man, everything goes back to him, man. No matter what we talk about tonight, everything is gonna go back to Anthony.
I got somebody on my side tonight.
Tonight, it doesn't have to go back to me. You know why? Because I got all the questions lined up for Stu. Mm-hmm. I've been in the media game. And I didn't know what was going on. I just had to react on what my host was doing. I have been in that. I don't do you like that. So all I want you to do is sit back.
All right.
Play your role while we find out about Stu. Because I got questions I don't know the answers to.
Oh. Let's go.
That's a nice shirt. Nice shirt there, Anthony. What you got on, man?
You brought the big dog up tonight.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Tom gave you that back in '85.
Hey, man. Hey, throwback. It is Throwback Thursday. It's why we got you on.
Facts.
It's why we have you on. But this is where we're going to start at, Big Stu. Panama City, Florida, this whole thing started. We gonna go through, find out how you became Big Stu and all this other stuff. What got you actually into football as a kid, pre-middle school and all that? What were you into? Were you always into football? Your cousins? What actually got you into football in general? What did you do as a kid?
Well, as a kid, I was a basketball guy, and not until probably middle school, I got into football. My big brother, Tracy, he was a really good running back, a lot better than you, but he was a really good running back. And so then I kind of got into football. I was more of a late bloomer, more of probably middle school, probably 7th, 8th grade. And then when I got to 9th grade, I took off from there. So, my first love was basketball and baseball growing up.
All right. So if, as a kid, and Van and I talk about that a lot on here, as a kid, if you were, did your whole thing, so you never really knew you were going to play football because you said baseball and other sports were what you did. What adjusted you into saying football was going to, at what age did you know football was going to be your thing? I know you did play hoop in high school and whatnot. What got you in the point where you said football is going to be your thing and you got more focus? You mentioned football in your younger ages.
Yeah, probably 8th grade. 8th grade, I really took off. And so what happened, Anthony and Van, when I got into 8th grade, I was pretty good. And then what happened was, when you make the transition from middle school to high school, you take that little field trip to the high school that you're going to attend, in 9th grade. And so what I did was, when I attended Bay High School, the coach was like, we want you to play varsity. We want you to try for varsity first. And so I was like, I'm not really sure about that. And then I went home, talked to my mom about it. And she was just like, she didn't care. So I was like, well, I don't have anything to lose. And so I went out for the varsity team and I made it as a freshman. probably one of the first guys to do that in Panama City. Now, at the same time, my brother was going to be a senior at Mosley High School, and I actually got a chance to play against him my freshman year, his senior year, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, man, real quick. So you went to Bay High in Florida. The Bay High that Screech and all them went to, that one in Florida, was that in California or something? Because their colors was maroon, and y'all had the Ohio State colors, right? Crimson and silver, or red and silver.
That's right. Hey, listen, Bay High School is the best high school ever, man. It's a really nice. A lot of the student body were from the beach, so it was kind of like Saved by the Bell. You know, we had a lot of skip days when we went out on the beach. You know, the bonfires and the whole nine. It was great, man. High school was awesome, man. If I could go back, I would. It was a really good time. Great student body and staff. And actually, to this day, man, I still communicate with a lot of my teachers.
And speaking of high school, a lot of people don't know this. I'm gonna give them a little nugget, and I'm gonna tie it into a couple different things. In high school, you played. I don't know what you played on defense. I do know you played tight end because I hear about it all the time.
No, I played receiver. I was not a tight end. I was wide out.
Big ass. You was a big ass receiver.
Get that right.
I was 6'3", 205.
You were 6 what?
6'3", 205.
You look like a damn tight end to me split out.
Nah, I probably was faster than you. Actually, while you I probably was faster than you. I'm pretty sure I was faster than you.
Okay.
We have to get Coach O on here.
Hey, somebody come get this dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you sick, man. Hey, so you returned 7 punts, 8 punts?
I did. Yeah. I don't like talking about high school days, Anthony, but if you want to know, I won every award in the state of Florida except for Mr. Florida, by the way.
And who'd you run up to? Tell us who you run up to.
Dante Culpepper.
Runner up to Dante Culpepper. I already knew that. You tell me.
I like talking about me, but I just want you to know that. And let everybody know too how I used to handle you at the seating center. Let them know.
Now we get personal. Now we get personal. This is what hey, where my popcorn?
Hey, man, we're gonna stick to the subject one because it shouldn't be me and him. If we're at the seating center, I'm a running back, 180, 190, and he's a defensive end linebacker, 250, 240-ish.
Not. I came into Kentucky, I was 6'3", 205.
But that ain't when we started at the seating center. We started doing this.
Why are you backtracking though? Why are you giving the disclaimer? Why you getting your ass whipped?
Only reason he bringing it up because he made sure I was on this team. They say, you want to play next, big man? No, I'm gonna wait. No, me and him got next. Whatever the case may be.
No,
that's why
you was always the last guy to get picked. There was 10 guys, and you was always the 10th person to get picked.
Hey, you the only person to remember that. Here we go. No, let's get back on subject. No, these people want to know some real stuff about you. No, for real. Let's get back on subject. Get back on subject. No, honestly, coming out of Bay High, what was the process that landed you at Kentucky? Who was coming in and out? I know I've told the people, Van has told the people, we want to hear from Coach Stu. Oh, no, at this point, you just Stu. You ain't Big Stu or
Coach Smith, Rick Smith, who coached Van, the DB coach, he was actually good friends with Jim Straugers, who was my head coach. And so Kentucky was my second visit that I went to. And, it was nice. I liked, everybody. Dante Key was my host.
Okay.
And, it just felt home. It felt good for me. I knew I needed to get out of Panama City and get farther away where I can focus and just kind of do me and grow up. And so, I decided to attend, the University of Kentucky. Now, a week after I signed, Tennessee came in, and so I had Kentucky or Tennessee to go to, and so I really, I just stayed with my guns, man, and I don't regret it. I bleed blue all day. I love Kentucky Blue. I love my choices, man, and I'm very excited about where I am today.
Oh, well, coming to Kentucky, and the only reason I say this because we got a lot of young followers. We have a scholastic day. We have young guys on. We always give them nuggets, and I know through your time at Kentucky before landing back as a coach, you was a player. You played as a true freshman. Some things. Well, can you? I mean, we give you the stage. Can you tell us kind of some of the ups and downs in your career that led you to your senior year?
Yeah, you know what? I tell my guys all the time. I always talk about my words and actions always mean each other. Always mean, and I always talk about 97 was a changing point in my life. 97, as all the fans know, we Hal Mummy's first year, I believe, we go in, we beat Alabama, but at the same time, it was one of those things where I was lied to. I was the starting wheel linebacker. They pretty much gave my job away. I go down, I play defensive end, and I fought it for a long time. It was a tough transition, not a tough transition as a player, but just mentally, just how I feel like I was treated. And so I decided that I wasn't going to go to class, and I wasn't going to go to class. I was only going to do football. I was like, it is what it is, and I knew a lot of other guys that weren't doing the right things, and I figured, what, they're not going to do it, I'm not going to do it, and that's not how it goes. And so I always told my guys my story about 97, where we had a really good season. We didn't make it to a bowl game, but we had a really good season. We started to turn the corner, as a football team. But I stopped going to class, and then what happened was when I went home for Christmas, I got a phone call that said that I was going to be academically ineligible, and that I was going to be suspended from school for a semester. That was the changing point in my life, because I felt like that name Stewart on the back of my jersey. I felt like my grandfather. I disrespected my grandfather, who was my father. He was the father figure of my life, and I love my grandfather, and everything that I did was for him. And you know what? To see his face, to go and tell him what happened, it was just very disappointing, man. So I sucked it up, came back that summer, and got back to work, man, and got back to work, got my starting job back, and finished up my senior year. And so 97 was the turning point of my life. And I tell the guys all the time today, 97 was, and that's why I'm so stern on my guys, on my players, because I've been there, I've done it. I don't want them to go through that I had to go through. Let's do it right the first time.
Hold on real quick. You talk about 97.
Here's the kick. It's
I remember a moment in 97.
picked up by Anwar Stewart. Anwar Stewart goes all the way.
Okay. So you can't. Hey, not only did you come back in 97, or you do your thing in 97, you did your thing in 97. But this is the other point I wanted to make. This is Van wasn't there.
No.
When you paid the price and said, I'm gonna stick it out. Hey, coach, I'm gonna do what you need me to do, and you stuck around on the team. What did they have you doing when you weren't eligible to play that year?
A scout team.
What the hell was your mindset?
I was a scout team, and I was gonna whoop their ass every day. Every day I was gonna get better every day, and my job was to get you guys better, and that's what I did. I got after you guys every day. I probably fought, Comstock and Jonas and Jason Watts. I got out there. My job was to show you guys a good look, and that's what I did.
Hey, man, Stu was there giving us the business, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, I'm talking about fight. Starters don't typically get in a fight with scout team players. Stu was a typical scout team player. No. But man, Stu was always in the backfield, and Stu, coach, we got to get the playoffs. Stu like, no. I remember one time Stu told him, No, man, y'all got to get better, man. I ain't turning down. Like, why you gonna get turned down? You can't tell Florida, Mississippi State, you can't tell them other teams to turn down. Hey, Stu was doing business while he was over there, man.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man. Like, honestly, even today, like I tell my young guys, look, we all had to do it. We all had to be a scout team guy. You go down, even professionally, sometimes you got to be scout team. You go out, man, and you got to get each other better. We always talk about compete. And so that's what it's about, man. Always compete.
Man, tell the boys in the league, you got to be scout team. If you ain't a starter, you scout team.
Yeah.
If you ain't on the starting 22, you're going to be running scout team because they only go too deep. So someone's got to run scout team.
And you're going to be on the big 4, 2 special teams.
Yeah.
You're going to be on, if you're on defense, you're going to be on every defensive special team.
That's right.
And you're probably going to be out on kickoff return if you got any type of speed. So you're going to be on at least 3.
That's right. And that's why I tell guys, like, that's the way to make it to the next level. A lot of guys don't, I don't want to play special team. I'm like, man, you got to understand that's your best way to get it. The more you know, the more valuable you are.
That's your only way, unless you that dude. Unless you that dude and you draft in the first round, maybe second. But if you ain't a first round pick, you better get used to running on kickoff, blocking somebody on punt return, running on punt team. You doing something.
That's right. Something. Well, you even look at James. You look at Jamin, right? Jamin's gonna be on some special teams. He's gonna be on special teams. Like, it's gonna take him. It may take him, a minute to adapt to the game. The game's a lot faster. So they invested that money into him, and so he's gonna get his butt out there. He's gonna contribute some way or the other.
The good thing about it is he's going to my man Chico. Chico was QA guy and at the Bears, man. He is a great individual. So he's fortunate to be going to a program that's headed by a good man. He was amazing when I was at the Bears.
Hey, Anwar, that ain't your boy Chico from Panama you always talking about. You always talking about
my boy Chico Bean, man, he good, man. Chico about 350 pounds now, man. Chico, he lost all his hair and everything, man.
Oh, damn.
Oh, Lord.
That's my dude. That's my dude, Chico, man.
All right, just for the viewers' sake, we're gonna spend the last 30 minutes on UK coaching and what's going on in the locker room, on the field with Stu. But okay, so he left us off at 98. Told you what happened in 98. You make the bounce back for the 99 season. Give us the transition from the 99 season to the draft process and how you end up in Calgary, then Montreal. I know that might take a minute, but go ahead.
Yeah, so come back, finish up strong my senior year. When we all came out, Anthony, I was considered a tweener, meaning, I wasn't for playing D-line, I wasn't big enough, but I was fast enough. And back then, nobody's running 3-4 defense like everybody's running now. I was a perfect fit for what everybody's doing now. Back then, Richard Seymour, Marcus Stroud, all those big guys from Tennessee, all those guys were, 6'4", 6'5", 300 plus. And I wasn't as big. And so what happened was after pro day, after the draft, I actually signed a contract with Atlanta, and they're going to send me over to NFL Europe. And so, I do all my tests, I sign the contract, do all my physical and everything. And then a week before, I'm supposed to go down to Tampa for the training camp. They called me and they said, "Well, look, we gotta send an offensive lineman. We're gonna have to void your contract." But at the same time, I had a CFL team, Calgary Stampeders, Wally Bruno, who really, they liked me a lot. That's what, Jeff Garcia, Doug Flutie, all those guys played with. And so I went up to Canada to play.
And while you were there, you racked up numerous awards. I couldn't keep track. Maybe Van knows because that's where Van missed our pre-show meeting where I was going to get to this point. So, Van, do you want to give his?
No, man, no.
You,
No, you said you the host and you're just gonna let me sit back and relax. I'm gonna sit back and relax.
I was going to allow him to tell, but since you've done your research, I wanted to let you go ahead.
No, man, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So while you were in Canada, you've racked up. What were? I don't even feel comfortable. You told us.
Well, obviously, you guys didn't do your homework, so let me help you guys out.
No, it's always been in my Rolodex. I was giving Van the task, but he failed as usual. Go ahead.
As usual. You guys are awesome. So I go to Calgary, and check this out. I go to Calgary. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that in Canada, there's a ratio between what they call imports and non-imports. And so you're not competing against the non-imports because the non-imports are like the Canadians. And most of the Americans are way better than the Canadians. And so what happens is you're actually competing for a spot versus the guys from the United States. And so, I go in, I have a really good preseason. And so what happens is this, you talk about perseverance. So I first go in there, I get cut. They cut me. And so what happened was then they actually bring me back. And so when they bring me back, I'm in great shape. I work my butt off. I go back. We end up winning the Grey Cup in 2001. 2002, I go back to Calgary. I had a really good camp. Had 2 really good games, the preseason games. He cut me anyway. Wally Bono cut me anyway, he's a really good friend of mine to this day. The same day I got cut was the same day I went to Montreal in 2002. I go to Montreal and I win the Grey Cup again. And I actually win the Grey Cup in Edmonton, Alberta, which is about 2 hours from Calgary. So I've won back-to-back Grey Cups. I'm in Montreal, and then I spend the next 11 years, in Montreal. Played 13 years. I went to 9 Grey Cups. I won 4 Grey Cups. I was All-Star. I won Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and I was a big community, activist for our team. I was the face of our team for a long time. And so Montreal was very good to me. Canada was great. I still have a lot of people that I consider family there. My beautiful wife and daughter, they was born in Montreal. And so, Canada really gave me a great life, man, and really gave me the opportunity to get into coaching and to get back to college football where I am today.
My reservation was I thought you won multiple Defensive Player of the Years. That's why.
Twice.
That was my only reservation. I thought.
Twice.
Okay. There we go. So I was on point.
2004, 2009.
If you could come on with me and co-host, because Van had one job. If you could come on and co-host with me, I'd appreciate that. I didn't want to just sell you short with one, but I knew it was multiple.
Hold on, they don't pay Anwar. Hey Stu, look, I'm still waiting on my first check. I'm still waiting on my first game check. So you can come here. You just know you ain't gonna get paid. That's all.
He got a lot of money over there too, man.
Yeah, man. I know he's stacking them. Stacking them. Yeah.
Hey, that boy tight with his money now.
Somebody said Jane wearing skinny jeans this episode. He probably is. Okay.
I got one of those chains too that holds my wallet. Yep.
So here we go.
That's me.
Here we go, Stu.
Uh-oh.
So you give our homie George Massey, myself the call, man. I'm coming back to the States, man. I'm trying to. Hey, so where we go? You done in college? You done in Canada? You done in Montreal? You doing a little coaching on the side? Doing a little coaching there? Are you making the transition back to the? Can you take us off from there? Now you're coming back to the States. You're looking.
Yeah. So after after 2016 season, it was one of those things, Anthony and Van, where I knew I could get back into coaching like college. I had coached 3 years pro ball. I liked it, but I wasn't like having an influence on the guys. And so what I mean by that was I wasn't being a mentor. I wasn't able to like really like pour my time and like my testimony and everything that I've been through into these guys. And so, pro ball is you expect these guys to already be developed. And a lot of these guys are not developed yet. And so I wanted to come back and figure out if college football is where I wanted to be. So what I did was this. I reached out to Mark Hill, who was our strength guy, who was our deputy AD, I believe, for football under Mitch Barnhart. And I contacted Slacks, who's our communication specialist. And so what happened was they both got right back to me. They got it to Coach Stoops. Coach Stoops like, listen, Anwar, we'd love to have you. You want to come back, finish up school, because I had to graduate. I was 2 classes short. If you want to come back, we'll love to have you. And so I was like, man, well, great. So I came back January of 17. I called Anthony and George, say, look, guys, I'm coming back. I'm not bringing my family with me. This is my plan. I'm going to need somewhere to stay. This is whatever, Big George, Anthony, you guys both, that's what friends do. You guys looked out for me. You guys opened doors for me, man, which I'm forever grateful for. And I came back, man, and I hit those books. It wasn't, I had like a placement. I had an internship I had to do, and I took like a French class. That's all I did. And so, which was great. And at that time, Jimmy Brumbaugh had left to go to Maryland, which opened up for me to be kind of like a student assistant at the time, because we didn't have a D-line coach. So, with Coach Matt House, he was like, well, look, Anwar, go ahead. I'm going to let you, spend time with the guys. This is whatever. And I went in and I just did what I do, man. I went in and started teaching those guys. I showed the coaching staff that I worked really hard. I know ball. I had been in ball for so long, and, everything worked out, man. And so then, they hired Derek LeBlanc. Derek's like my big brother, man. We get along very well. We worked together really well, and we just got out of it. And we just went to, recruiting hard, trying to get these guys, technique sound and get out of it, the guys that was here. And, for 2 years. And then in 2019, I left and went to App State, broke every non-Power 5 record, beating North Carolina, South Carolina in the same year, ended up going 13-1. We won the bowl in the New Orleans Bowl, and had an opportunity to come back here in 2020. I wasn't even gone a whole year. Coach Stoops called me, offered me the job, and I wasn't going to say no. And I'm back, man. So as of right now, I'm back and working my butt off, man, to help develop our young men and help them become better men, and just to be the best ball players that we can be as of right now.
You sound like a really nice guy, man. You soft. No, he does, man. Don't he sound so, hey, man, I want the guys. I love the guys. And we got in contact with UK Sports Network, Curtis Birch and them over at UK Football. They do a little inside work with y'all, man. They do a little thing. Hey, this is what Van and I and the rest of Big Blue Nation heard you saying once you got the gig over there.
Hey, now, my eyes are bad. My footwork going to be bad, right? That's what it's about. Now, birthday boy, is he going to work today? Birthday boy, you better get your ass going now. Come on, my power's where my eyes are. Squeeze it, strain. Good, release, good. There you go, good. Hold it. Yeah, now get your eyes up, chin up. Give me some more of that. Woo, there it is. Ah, that boy shaking like Jell-O. Hey, here we go. Come on. There you go, good. Come on out them hips. There you go, good. Hips, hands, and feet. There you go, good. Good. Come on with your feet. No lazy feet. There you go, good. That'll trade. As the ball is outside, right? Now I want to pull, hand over. Marquand, pay attention. I'm still, right? Boom. Come on over now. Cross it. Cross it. Here we go. Hit. Good, Sam. Hey, now, Sam, don't pull them to you. All right? Because look, all right, I got you. You got me. If I pull you to me, I can't get off. You see what I'm saying? But when I capture this shoulder, now I can pull. Right? You're just shuffling. You're not stepping. You gotta get your foot in the bucket. Step in the bucket. Okay, here we go. One more time. Come on, step in the bucket. Come on, set, hit. Better, better. Nice hands. Nice hands, 8. Nice hands. Hey, really good job. Hey, why can't it be like that all the time? Why y'all can't rush like that all the time? I shouldn't have to yell at y'all, right? I shouldn't have to yell at y'all to get y'all going, guys. That's a good job. Nice, 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 nice. Good job. That's it, that's it. Hey, that's it. Good. Good job. Good job, Justin. Put my hands on him. Now I can redirect, right? Josh and them, they made a million plays like that last year, right? That's why we talk about stunting with vision. If I have a tight end in location and it's the same way, I got to get my eyes to that tight end, play him first, right? Job 1, and now snap my eyes inside. You see that? And snap my eyes inside. Good, there you go. Great job, get away, get away. Great job. Hey, great steps. We ran right by both of y'all. Y'all hit each other.
Oh, he did. He a liar.
Hey, that was an excellent job by you two. Really good job, guys. Really good job. Attack it, Marquand. There you go, lock it out. Convert. Hell of a job. Hell of a job, Marquand. Great job. Hey, hell of a job, man. Hey, when you go north, you are. Make a job on that, man. When you get.
So I guess your vocabulary changes when you're not when you off the field and you're in coach mode. You use use more cuss words.
I don't really understand the cuss words. I just I'm in the moment, and so it's just one of those things, man. That just comes to you, Doug. It just comes to you, man. But I'm really excited, man. I'm really excited about this year. Really excited about our guys. They're working their butt off, man. On the field, off the field, become better young men. And I wish we had more spring ball. It was exciting, man. The guys really got out of it really good. This was actually really our first spring ball because last year, when I first got here, we only got 3 days in and then
Right.
hit. So it was tough, man. That last year was a tough year, man.
Yeah, I bet it was, man. Bet it was.
It was tough.
So coming in, I know last year was a COVID, and going in this year, but your first year, what was the biggest challenge? What was the biggest challenge for you coming in, coaching wise, and for the team? And secondly, what's going into this year? What's going to be your biggest challenges, and what do you think? What do you think is going to be the difference? First, what was your biggest challenge, and what do you think is going to change from last year to this year, going into everybody's after where we're going to be?
I think the biggest challenge last year was everybody kept talking about we had this number 3 ranked, recruiting class in the D line, and so I think all the fans, I want to see Justin, I want to see Josiah, I want to see Oxidine, I want to see Trayvon, and it's like, you guys have to understand, like, this is a SEC. This is a SEC. This ain't high school no more. Okay? And so these boys here down, these some big bad boys now. And so it was just one of those things where I just felt like I had to get these young guys to really understand, like, technique is so important. I don't always have to be the biggest or the fastest, but I got to be technique sound, and I got to have my eyes in the right place, and my hand placement, and my footwork. And then that's where I can be. That's where my aggression can come from. But if any one of those three is out of sync, then it screws up, my placement, my position. And so, that's hard. It was hard. It was tough. Just trying to get these guys, and then coming back. You kind of. Me and Derek, we have a lot of the same coaching terminology and stuff. And so, just, getting these guys to be more physical, getting them to attack, getting them to let them know, like, look, guys, you can go make plays, and just becoming football players. And that was just one of the things, just helping them to become students of the game was so important to me, so that they can go out and just have fun and fly around and have a good time, man. Just go out and be dominant, man.
All right, So, but go ahead. You say something?
I was just gonna ask too, man. Tell me what's the difference with the culture that you guys have now compared to the culture that we had when you came in in 95?
95.
What's the difference between that culture in 95 to this culture in 2021?
You know what? I think, Coach Stoops, his vision and what he talks about, he talks about, we talk about attitude, toughness, discipline, and pride. We talk about, being the most physical team, week in and week out. And I think it's a mentality. When we first came in, Van, we were tough, man. We're tough defense, first 2 years, under Coach Curry, we were top 20 in defense, man, and we got out of it. And it was a mindset. And I think what happens is when Coach Stoops first got here, he had to take what he could get. And then it took him, Mauro, the staff, time to start to recruit the right players that we needed to get to where we are today. And so, I just think that maybe the difference between then and now is really, man, it's just attitude. It's attitude and the want to. Van, we wanted to go out there and kick somebody's ass. We wanted to go out there and practice hard. We wanted to go out there and give it everything that we had. That's what we wanted to do, and nowadays you got to find guys that love ball and that want ball. And that's the thing about Coach Stoops. Man, he's so smart, man. Coach Stoops so smart. We got an excellent staff with us, man. And we're getting those guys that love ball and that wants to get to Atlanta, man, and that's what it's about.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. I you ain't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. What I see the difference is when we played, we didn't have all 11 that really truly believe.
Right.
We had 5 maybe on defense.
Right.
We might have had 7 on defense. On offense, we might have had 2 or 3. And it seems like now these guys are believing. And I don't know how they practice. That's something I can't see, but I can see on game day that they all pulling on the same rope.
Mm-hmm.
When we played, we had a couple guys letting go of the rope.
You're right.
And I think that was the difference between us and y'all. It seems like y'all have a group, I don't know how many, 84, and y'all all tugging the same direction.
Right. Well, the thing about it is, Van, if you ain't tugging in the same direction now, you ain't playing. You're not playing. We Coach Stoops, he don't play that. Coach White, we're all about compete. If you ain't competing and you ain't practicing hard, then why do you get the chance to go out on Saturdays and play? When the next guy beside you is giving it everything that he has. You don't have to do this. You get to do this. And I talk to my guys about that all the time. You don't have to do this. You only got one option. That's to quit.
Right.
And so, getting guys to understand what that Kentucky on the front of their jersey and that name on the back of their jersey, it has to mean more than just you. Because this game ain't about you. This is a team sport. If you want to play individual, I tell my guys all the time, hey, you want to be an individual? Go box on ESPN. We'll watch you get your ass knocked out on Friday nights. Go right on ahead. We'll watch you get your ass knocked out on Friday night. It is what it is.
And the difference y'all have that depth where that guy behind that starter or that second teamer is nipping at his heels, and he's just as good as that guy in front of him. And if you slip up, you're gonna get your spot taken. That wasn't always the case back in our day.
Well, I think that's where the recruiting come in that Van and Anthony, the recruiting part. You know, we talk about always compete, and always do more than expected. And so, you know, I want my guy. I want Marquand to understand that Justin, and Josiah, they want that number one spot. And if you get caught slipping, they gonna get that number one spot. Because I don't owe you anything. Okay, Josh Patterson. Josh, guess what? Sam and Trayvon, they want that number one spot. And I think that's what makes us a better team, and it keeps us deep. You know, we talk about the depth chart, because what you want to do is Van and Anthony, when we sub, we shouldn't miss a beat.
Right.
You know, we shouldn't miss a beat, man. And so everybody's got to be held accountable. And so if I hold those guys accountable every day, in and out of the, on the field and off the field, then you know what? When we get to game time, I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable with those young guys going in the game. You understand what I'm saying? But if they're showing up late, they're not competing, they're not practicing hard, they're not giving me everything they have, then why do I have to play you?
Facts.
And I say, I remember us as true freshmen, man. You working on your way, getting in the lineup before injury. I remember you working your way in there, and they brought you in. What percentage? Because we had Justin Rowland on Tuesday. This might be the best, Van. This might be the best week of show we had.
You said Mike? This ain't no doubt, man. Man, we got Big Stu on the show. That Justin
y'all just get me on this show.
Come on, man. I got to pay Stu. That's Van. That's why you not getting paid. I had to pay Stu to come on here.
Yeah, you ain't paid me no mind. You paid.
But yeah, back to the subject. No, honestly though, he talked about the recruiting aspect, and we talked about when Stoops came, the cupboards were bare. What percentage do you feel, you personally, because I've seen you put in that work, what percentage do you think it on-field coaching, film, what percentage of recruiting and coaching, and coaching includes on-field, film, technical, what percentage, what's the balance of recruiting and on-field coaching do you think?
It's probably 60-40. You know, it's probably 60-40, I believe. Because the 60% is the guys that you have right now. You have to develop those guys. You got to develop them. Coach Hill, Coach Ed, they do an excellent job in the weight room with those guys. And then when you get them out on the practice field, man, we got to be able to get out there and develop them. Really, working on the weaknesses so they become their strengths, and then the recruit part. So I'm going to say probably 60-40, man, because you got to get guys in here that love ball and that want to compete. I don't want to bring the same guys in here. Why? If you recruit the same guys, you keep bringing the same guys in here, you're gonna have the same results. Our goal is to get to Atlanta, okay? And so we're gonna get there, and we're gonna get there by continuing to recruit our butt off. We're gonna be top 10 recruiting this year, the next year. We're gonna keep getting the best guys in here to help us to be successful, guys that love ball.
Man, tell the people watching how the perception of the brand of UK has changed. Because I'm sure it's different than it was in 94, 95 when you were in Panama City and trying to get here and trying to compete against the Floridas, the Florida States, the Bamas, the Auburn. Now we are in 5-star big-time players. We're in their top 5, their top 6. What's the perception out on their recruiting trail now with what you guys are doing?
Well, first of all, Van, I'm gonna tell you something. Our coaching staff, we ain't afraid to go out and compete against other schools to get players. Okay, I'm gonna say probably when we was back playing, our coaches probably, they probably didn't go to that deep into maybe compete against Ohio State or compete against LSU where you were, compete against Florida State, Miami, and all those schools to try to get players, when we were back in Kentucky. Now, Coach Stoops got that pit bull mentality. Nah, we go get those guys, right? Let's go get these guys. We ain't afraid to go get guys. We're not afraid to call guys. We're not afraid to, get young men on campus, so we can show them our great facilities and how we coach and our style of football. Like, we're not afraid. And you know what? It's almost like dating. You know what, Dub? All those times, Anthony, when those girls you trying to talk to, you ain't give up. You just went to the next one. Hey, if a 5-star or 4-star tells us, hey, no, we're good. Guess what? On to the next one. And guess what? If you end up in the SEC, you're gonna have to see us.
Facts.
And you know what? You better join us than try to play against us, because each and every day, man, I'm gonna tell you something. We're getting better and better, man, as a staff and as a collective group.
Okay, that's what we're saying. All right, so we're gonna get a little bit into your area, man. Somebody, well, I'll get back to that later. We're gonna get a little bit back into your area. So I was at just before we get into your specific area this year, I talked to Josh Allen at a camp one day, and he's like, I said, man, you like my dude? Oh man, Stu, my dude, he changed my life. You got any personal? First of all, I want to know, is there anything you saw when you saw Josh Allen before he went to the NFL and became a top 5 pick? Is there anything you saw him like, hey, this is what he needs to do? Did you say this dude? But I'm not gonna tell you what he told me that you helped him with. I want to hear you say if it's something you specifically knew that you had to go in and help him with. But he gave you a lot of praise when you first saw Josh Allen, when you got the assistant position to help out the D line. What did you see out of Josh Allen that you helped him with, and did you know he was going to be a top 5 pick?
Well, when I got here in 17, just like any other person, I just kind of felt my way through. I didn't, I stayed in my lane, and I played my role. I knew what my role was. And so what happened was, when I'm looking at Josh and Denzel, I'm thinking these are our 2 pass rush guys. And I'm thinking they weren't being developed. And so what I would do is I would stay after hours to work with them, to get their footwork down, to teach them, the race points, teach them hands, teach them how pass rush progressions, how to set guys up. Now, I didn't have a whole lot of time with them, like what I have now, but, I would spend maybe 3-4 days, a night for maybe, 45 to an hour with him and Denzel. And we would just work, man. We would just work fundamentals, getting their foundation strong. And what happened was in 18, when Coach White came, he's a really good coach, really good really good pass rush, coach. And me and him, we would sit and we would just talk. We would just talk pass rush. And we both spoke the same language. We talked the same. And it was just like, Coach, we would sit there and just tell you, be like, Stu, he looked at me like, Stu, you actually know what you're talking about. Like, hell yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Like, I've been for a long time. Like, I used to run these games. I used to run these stunts. I know how to set my guy up. I know how to get after the quarterback. I did it for so long and was very good at it. And so me and Coach White, we developed a really good relationship. And, when, like I said, when the job came open, he was the first person to call me, and so and so what happened was, I just helped to establish that foundation with Josh and with Denzel. And when Coach White, he took it and ran with it, man.
What he told me was, he's like, man, I was good, man. I was doing my thing, man, but Stu took me to another level, man. It was just little stuff, man. He said Stu took me to another level. That's why people don't know that. You ain't the type of guy to say that. You do what you just do. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? We driving to the outlets or whatever. Man, I got to get so-and-so. Speaking of so-and-so, did you have a position player graduate that ain't getting all the Phil Hoskins and Q, ain't getting all the accolades? Did you have a player graduate that you might want to acknowledge or maybe not acknowledge?
What?
Oh Lord. Anyway, moving on. Now, Abule said, man, he appreciates Coach Stu as well. So
Hey, Abule is my guy. Look, I got 2 guys graduating.
you always talk about him, man. Not in a good
Abule,
way. He get on your damn nerves.
Abule is my guy, and Josh Pascal is graduating. Look, we always this is what we do, Anthony. This is what my pride. It ain't about the next level, the NFL. I want to see all our young men graduate, because when they graduate, Anthony, I know that they have a chance to be successful when they leave, Kentucky, when they go back home, or whatever it is that they want to do in life. I know they have an opportunity to be successful because they have their education, man. And so, those are my dudes, man. I'm excited that they're graduating. I'm excited about my 2 guys that got drafted, Phil and Q. And now, hopefully, I've taught them and gave them enough tools in their toolbox to go out and compete and win a spot, win a spot on the roster.
I asked Vince. We had Vince on Sunday. I asked Vince on Sunday if he thought Q would have put that effort in to weigh the same thing he weighed for the combine if he had made more money. What's your thoughts on that?
He would have made a lot more money. And you know what? Listen, Q's a great kid. He's smart, man. He's a really good player, savvy player. I would have loved to have Q back for 1 more year. I would have. But you know what? A lot of times, and you guys know this, money is the motivator. And so when those guys see now that, all right, now it's all about the money, they'll drop that weight. They'll get to where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? But if they'll just do it, the first time, listen, we have all the resources here at the University of Kentucky to help every young man be successful. If you need to gain weight, lose weight, we got dietitians, we got nutritionists, Jalen, we got Coach Hill, Coach Ed. We have everything that they need. We got massages. They got all the food they can eat, breads. Coach Stoops get these guys everything. Even Tom even got soft. These guys got all the gear and everything they want. These kids are spoiled, man. But you know what? There's not a reason for these young men to not succeed. You understand what I'm saying? If you fail, it's because you wanted to fail. Because we have all the resources. Mitch Barnhart, man, does a great job with giving us everything that we need. Him and Mark Hill. Look, man, these kids got it, man. And you look at the last 5 bowl games and the last 3 wins, man, we're getting there. We're right there, guys. We're right there, and we just got to keep pushing on and keep developing our young men.
Man, don't tell me TK getting soft. Don't tell me TK getting soft.
Hey, I thought that boy sponge soft.
What?
Soft.
Hey, man, I need to have more gear then. Van, give me your address. Hey, Van, inbox me your address. Please.
Right, because if we couldn't get a new damn jock strap if we one. And he getting away gear now? Get the out of here. Wow.
Bro. That's too funny. Too funny. Tom's getting soft in his little old age, man.
I see. I need to come back.
Plus, man, bigger, bro. Them dudes can't do them like he did us, man.
And that's another thing too, guys. With Coach Lorman, Coach Lorman being gone, man. Getting you guys back. I think we should get the alumni back. We should have a great weekend, alumni weekend, where we can get everybody back. And be able to get you guys on the field and just be a part of this thing, Van, because we helped build this success. Years ago. We planted the seed. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we have to get back to welcoming, our alumni, and so that our young guys can get to know you guys on a personal basis too. Get to know you guys.
Right. And it shouldn't be just the guys who have made it on the next level.
That's right.
There are some guys like Harold Dennis. It should be on campus as much as he can. That guy, the inspiration he can give to some of the players is crazy. There are some guys that are in town, man, that it would be nice if they could get some time, man. Not just me.
And I tell you what, Coach Stoop does. We have this thing what we call 4 for 40. It's 4 years for your next 40 years when you graduate. And so what he does is he brings in every week. You guys talked about branding. We have a guy that talks about your brand, like Benny Snell. You know, Snell, yeah, branding that. He talks about social media, right? He talks about either your brand goes up or it goes down. We have financial literacy. You know,
Wow.
teach guys about saving money, stocks, bonds. You know, those type of things. We had was it Reggie Smith? What's the guy that did the construction?
Reggie Smith, ain't it? Van, you played with him, right?
Nah.
Or was he before
Yeah,
us?
well,
He was before me.
Okay.
so Reggie, you know, Reggie had his hands in the new student center. So, you know, he helped build the new student center. We've had guys come in, man, and just talk to every aspect of these guys' lives and show them how to be successful, showing them, how to conduct themselves. Everybody wants to make it to the league. Well, you got to understand, like, either your brand goes up or it goes down. So if you're tweeting negative things, guess what? Now it goes down. The NFL, everybody's watching. Everybody's looking to see what you're doing. And so that's right, Foxwood, baby. They don't know nothing about Foxwood, right? They don't know nothing about Foxwood.
It ain't
Hey.
true. Hey, tell Screech out there, hey, Frazier, tell
Yeah.
Screech out there, hey.
Hey, Ray, them boys don't know nothing about Foxwood, man. Them boys, hey, Doug, you
know.
gonna last a minute in Foxwood. Man, we run you out of there. Your little soft stuff. But you know what, man? Look, we just doing a really good job with developing our guys and aspects of our lives. I mean, from Bible study, you know, Josh Pascal, you know, he leads a Bible study. You know, the guys just, you know, Coach Deuce, he has a great vision and plan, and man, we're just running with it, you know, and we're just, you know, we're excited where we are, but we're not even close, guys. We're not even close, man, to where we're gonna be.
Hey, I want to ask this real quick, Stu. I wanted to get in, man. You was going on the roll. I ain't want to interrupt. But you talking about former players, man, and I think it's a travesty. And if I can help in any way, when you talk about names, you hear, you know, you still hear about Benny Snell, but once you get we haven't heard Melvin Johnson's name, and when you and I came in, he was the only person that got drafted that I know
Right.
of. But you know, two names that damn sure need to be, and I've talked to these guys personally, and I don't know if they feel welcome or not, is Dermontti Dawson and Sonny Collins. It might take somebody like you and I to reach out to them.
Yeah.
And like, man, we want you to come over there with us. They may not do it for university, but it's younger guys who need to know that.
I agree 100% because I think a few years ago, you know, we had all the guys from the statue here, and it, you know, they broke the color barrier, you know, for us to be able to, you know, play SEC football here at Kentucky. But at the same time, Dawson and Collins and those guys, you know what? Those guys need to come around. We need to have those guys around. They need to know who these guys are and what they did, because they're in the facility. Their pictures are in the facility. But now let's get their bodies in there. Let's get these guys to come hang out, you know, in meetings. You know, let's have maybe a 10-minute, you know, session where they can come in, talk, and give their story. Now I'll tell you somebody who is Ramsey. Ramsey in. You know, we had Ramsey in. He came in, he talked, and he gave his story about, you know, being one of the first African American quarterbacks, you know, in the SEC. And so, you know, that was a great story and experience for the young guys, because, you know, nowadays these guys don't understand. They don't understand like that. You know, there was a certain water fountain, or, you know, you couldn't dress with the rest of the team if you were black. You know, there's another little room for you to have to go dress in, or there was another restroom that you had to go use. You know, those guys, you know, these guys nowadays know, and we didn't have to experience that, but it's great to know your history.
Right.
Hey, before we get up out of here, I need you to let us know And then you got to give me Clink's number. We need Vink's number. We need Summerall. We need all these guys' number. But we're gonna start with you because you're gonna spearhead this whole thing. what are we looking for? Because we get the questions all the time. What's up with Josiah Hayes? What's up with Oxendine? What's up with Roger? What are we looking at going to this season with your guys on the defensive front? What are we looking at? Who's started? Who's making moves? I know you're not gonna tell us who ain't doing shit, but then again, you in the locker, you may.
Well, listen,
defensive front.
Well, let me tell you what you guys can expect. First of all, up front, we're gonna be a physical, fast, dominating front three. Okay, we're gonna play with great technique and hands. We're gonna freaking get out the guys. We're gonna get off clocks. We're gonna make plays. We're gonna be very disruptive every Saturday. That's our goal. That's our mission. Okay, we're gonna have fun doing it. All right. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, Josh Pascal and Marquand. Those are our seniors, and Abule, they're going to lead us. Okay, they're going to lead us. Yes, you're going to see Josiah. You're going to see Justin. You're going to see Trayvon. You're going to see Sam. Guys, you're going to see all these guys. And you know what? Because it's all about development. Okay, you're going to see Isaiah Gibson. You right? You're going to see all these big physical guys get out of it. Okay, that's and that's all I know, guys. I only know hard. That's all I know is hard. I'm gonna coach them hard and I'm gonna love them hard. That's all I know. Okay, and when we mess up, you know what? I'm gonna hug them. I'm gonna correct them. They're gonna fix it, and we're gonna go back out and we're gonna do it again. And that's all we know, man. And so we're gonna have a hell of a summer. We're gonna get out of it. We're gonna continue to develop. And man, we're gonna go out every Saturday and just be dominant. We're gonna be the most physical team on Saturdays. That's what you guys can expect.
Let's go.
Hold on, Van.
Let's go.
I know you're ready to go, man. Hold on.
Let's go.
What everybody's going to ask me is, and I'm going to try to present it where you can give me maybe an answer that's acceptable. With Rogers, Hayes, Oxendine, some of the younger guys, what percentage of snaps? Because I know you just stated that dudes that's up front is going to do their thing. So it ain't going to be much room for them younger guys. But what percentage of snaps you think they 20%, 30%? Or you think the guys so far ahead and they got the endurance up where they can go a lot of plays?
Well, and yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, we got to get their endurance up where they can get out of it, and that's all of them. But you know what? Our thing is this, Anthony. I'm not going to put a number on it. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to tell you this. We're going to get after guys, and you know, our offense, man, is electric. And you know, when we're up by you know 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, I'm going to pull those veteran guys out, and those young guys are going to continue to be developed. When it's crunch time, I got to go with my dogs. I got to go with the guys that earned it. And so, you know, that's how we're going to play it. But yeah, Justin and all those guys, Oxendine, those guys are going to play. I can't tell you, are they going to play, 50 snaps? Or are they going to play 30? I can't tell you that. But what I am going to tell you is this, is that when it presents itself, there will be they will get reps in the Georgia game, the Tennessee games. They are going to get reps. And it's going to be like, first quarter, second quarter reps, because I feel really comfortable and I feel really good about where we are right now. Now, are we where we want to be? No. But you know what? We're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to chop wood. We're going to continue to, work on being, our physicality and get out of it, man.
So I'm going to ask you this, and me and Van's behalf, and everybody I've heard, I'm talking about Merrill, Stoops. You told me personally, if McCall start giving that to Kembe Mutombo 10 yards in his defensive backfield, then we might see Rodgers and them. You ain't holding that bench. That bench is not sacred to anybody, right? Everybody can get a piece of it, right?
This is what I tell him. You put that damn thumb up, his ass better be on the ground. or you come hang out with me. You come hang out with me. Hey, look, everybody, right? Everybody's fair game. Okay. You gonna put that finger up, you better make the play first. Hey guys, look, I get it, I get it. But you know what? Listen, Marquand, man, he's grown so much. as a player, as a person. I'm really excited about him this year, where he is, man. I tell you what, he's eating right, he's lifting, he's doing well in school, he's doing all the right things, Anthony. That's going to set him up. So that's going to set him up for the next year's draft. I'm really excited about him, man. He's really in a really good place, and man, it's just awesome, man, just to work with him. He comes up, and watches film. He's trying to become a student of the game, and you know what? That's where I get my joy and my passion, because he wants to get there. If he wants to get there, I gotta help him. I gotta get him there, and that's my thing. If you come with a great attitude and that want to, I'll get you where you want to be. But you gotta have that want to, and you gotta love it. You gotta love what you do.
It sounds like the joy that you hear, is like I said, when I talk to Josh Allen, is the same thing. It sounds like the joy and the reason that we, off this top of the show, you said you wanted to do the job. Now he's coming to you wanting for you to help him get there. It ain't that, man. Hey, man, coach, hold me back. Get out the way, man. The articles and this website says this and this about me. So he coming to you now. Hey, coach, man, I'm ready to go to that next level. And he asks you for your input.
Yeah, you know what? I think, Quentin being gone really helped Marquand. He had his whole attitude changed in January. When he knew Quentin was gone, like, man, he just had another pep in his step, another gear. He's excited. He's working out. He's doing extra. He's doing all this stuff. And I'm just like, man, where's all this been? But, Marquand, man, he has a great personality. Just a really good young man. And so I want to help him, reach all his goals and his dreams, Anthony. And so, me, I don't care. I'll spend as much time in the office as I have to help these young guys. And so that's my job. That's what I signed up for. And I'm all in, man. We always talk about, my heart is where my boots are. My feet are planted right here in Lexington, man. I'm going to give it everything I have each and every day. As long as the good Lord let me wake up every morning, man, I put my feet down, I'm all in, man.
All right. So here go my last and final question. If Van got something, he can jump in after this. I just had to get it. Hey, I'm getting old, man. My hair getting gray. But quarterback battle, I know what you're going to say, man. Don't give me no bullshit about when whatever quarterback can get us in the end zone. What is it looking like from you on the defense when bullying them ain't sitting in his lap? What is it looking like at the quarterback battle now? And are you anticipating Levis coming in and getting a fair shot?
I don't know. I don't do offense. I'm all defense. I coach defense. I don't work. This is what I'm gonna tell you about the offense. They gave us fits. It's a really exciting offense. Gatewood had his time. He had really good throws. Bo had some really good throws. Gatewood grew up a lot. I'll be honest with you. He grew up a lot this spring. And he showed some really good things, man. Maturity, growth, football IQ, intelligence. Now, I don't know who the guy that's coming in from Penn State. I don't know, the competition. This is whatever. But what I do know is Coach Lim is an awesome coach, man. A lot of energy over there. They're finding ways to put points on the board, man. And they're doing a hell of a good job, man. I tell you what, Dub, we're competing every day against this offense. A lot of things that we're seeing right now, we didn't see, the last couple of years here. And so, we're getting really good at the outside zone, which we had trouble with versus Missouri. They got some things that they're doing, man, that's awesome, and we're getting really good looks. Coach Wolf, he got that offensive line. Those guys are gelling together really well. And, man, we're just going out and competing, Dub. So, look, this is what I want you to know. Whoever's back there, right, the commander-in-chief of that offense, listen, you're going to be in good hands. You're going to be all right, brother.
I want to say this. I did say that was the last thing. I do want to say this, though. I was told by several people that bullying them was in them backfields. And Van probably did it. I can see Van doing it. Stu, I remember, I think you nipped Tim Couch's helmet going in, trying to fake like you getting a sack and wound up hitting his helmet, which coach got upset because, that year, that you was on the scout squad, and it's like, man, because you might follow through and hit you on your shoulder or something. But are these quarterbacks, are they getting the full grunt of bullying them live, bullying Josh and all them? Are they live on the quarterback? I need to know this person because Van and I and you have been there.
Never live on the quarterback, Doug. We want to stay away from our quarterbacks, man. We got, because just like you just said, if I run and I get close to him and I duck my head, he hits his hand, on my helmet or something, breaks his hand or a finger or something. So what we want to do is, man, after we beat our guy, we want to peel off. The offensive guys, the quarterbacks wear red jerseys for a reason, and we can't be full go on those guys. Hell, you're gonna have to have a whole line of quarterbacks. So we got to keep those guys safe because those are the guys that's gonna take us to the glory, man.
Yeah, man. All right, so I done wound up Van. I'm sorry, man. I just had to rally him off, man. I'm getting old. I couldn't keep him on that, man.
You're all good. Oh, I'm gonna say,
hey, hold on, man. I got something for you.
Okay.
I want to have a nice little barbecue off with you, little cook off, man.
You ain't said
nothing. Your little barbecue. Hey, yeah, I got my little smoke. You like it's dark outside? I'll show you my little smoke outside.
You ain't said nothing but a thing. All I need,
I tell you what. Okay.
I can go to Walmart and buy me one of the little cheap 16-inch grills and get it in. I don't need nothing fancy.
Be careful. I don't need nothing fancy either. You better be careful now. Be safe.
All right. Then let's get that done. I'll be there this year. Let's get that done.
Write that check. Yeah, cash now.
I got nothing but money over here to cash on that one.
I know you got a lot of money. You always you just like Anthony. You tight with your money too. You ain't both of y'all tight. Yeah.
Yeah. What you come to the screen for, Ant?
Because I don't know who he's talking to. I ain't want to see my facial expressions because I don't know who else talking to.
Hey, cuz, you know that boy. Hey, cuz, that boy ain't ready for the barbecue, man.
Boy, you don't know where I'm from. Cuz don't know where I'm from. That's what we do down here.
He close to I-10 by 10.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Hey, man, this is what I do know. That boy Anthony, that boy that can't boil water, man.
I didn't say nothing about getting in it. I didn't ask you.
That boy sad. Hey, that boy terrible. Hey, man, that boy cooked some pork chops. Man. I went over to the house. He offered me some pork chops. I looked up. I said, "Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good." Hey, my stomach was growling too. I was like, "Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm gonna wait this one out."
Hey, man. All the fast food joints is at my corner, so you can go get some of that. I'm trying to learn how to cook. One difference is here's one difference for you guys. You both have wives and kids. You got to make sure other people eat. So I'm gonna eat what I cook. So you could keep coming over here and not eat my food. It don't hurt me one bit. It don't bother me one bit.
Yeah,
I'm damn sure not about to spend 6 to 12 hours cooking food. So
man, that boy, that boy gonna be single all his life.
That's the way it's looking.
Yeah,
that's the way it's looking.
Ain't nobody worried about it, but you two and my mama.
They're the most important people in your life.
Hey, that's my baby Stella now. Hey, my baby Stella, Stella, make sure I take care of my little brother Anthony. She make sure I take care of him now.
Here y'all go, man. Man,
hey.
Big Stu, man. Appreciate it.
Look, I'm gonna tell Stu one thing. Look, don't be a stranger to the locker room, man. We always got a seat for you. Always.
Appreciate y'all, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Hey, this shit cool though. I like this, man. It's cool, man. Y'all gotta keep doing this, man. Like I said, we'll keep getting, coaches on, past players on, man. This is awesome. You guys are doing a really good thing, man. You guys gotta keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Y'all keep doing it. This is pretty damn cool now.
Yeah. Oh Lord. See what y'all done, man.
That's my baby. Look, my baby back. Look. Yeah.
Hey, that's why. Hey, we might have to remove that that invite, man. It's the first time my mama to chime in more than once. She would chime in and say the hello. And
hey, my baby Stella, man. Hey, my baby Stella good, man. Hey, leave my baby alone, man.
Nah, man. Nah,
He
man.
ain't good now. He ain't good now. He all right. He all right. He ain't good.
Man, you know the good thing about it, man, ain't nothing he can do. Because he can't whoop me and he can't whoop you, man. So he all right. He going to be good.
Facts.
Hey,
Facts.
I ain't even gonna comment on that, Stu. I can get you tired. I'm pretty sure I can get you tired, man.
Hey,
I might not still be 180, 89 or 192, but
hey, look, hey, Doug, you my dude, but one thing about Doug, you and fighting and beating up people never went hand in hand. Never went hand in hand.
never had to. Just like Dion. Dion got with Rising. Dion got with Rising, Andre Rising one time, but Dion ain't got to talk to nobody. He ain't got to argue and fight.
Hey, Doug, I used to rough you up all the time. I used to feel sorry about beating up my little brother.
You used to rough up everybody all the time. It wasn't just me. So I don't know what you talking. It wasn't just me.
Touche.
Hey, man, I used to rough Dub up. I used to feel bad roughing him up, man.
Man, Dub was afraid of that contact. He was always trying to avoid it. That's all.
I used to finesse player. Finesse.
You talking about Sean Alexander?
Oh, that too. Him too.
Oh, you boys, something else, man.
Man, so I don't know if we're gonna allow you back on, man. We're gonna give you a time limit and you're gonna be done. But you need to tell, if you don't mind, telling some of your coaches. I know.
Cut him off.
Well, he was on a roll and he gone.
Hey, we cut him off, man. Hey,
what made
it's all about me and you, man. We can cut that dude off, man.
Look, I wish I could end the show, but I can't. I don't have the keys to this ship. What's going on with Ant? Hey,
we cut him off. He out.
He out, man. Look.
Yeah.
Look, man. And your voice horrible, dude.
Oh man.
Boy.
Cut him off. All right, man. You gotta end this, man.
Yeah.
You gotta end.
We were doing all right.
No, we had an overload. There was overload of comments. There was overload of comments, and we got that.
You're right, Mom. He need a wife. She right.
Anyways, yeah, we do need to get off of here, man, because Stu talking too much, man. It's time for you to go to bed. And I'll talk to you in person. Like, I don't
go to sleep. Hey, I don't go to sleep, Doug. I'm always looking to get better, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm always looking to get my guys better, man. I don't go on sleep.
That's what I'm talking about.
I can believe that, man. So we need to tell Clink we coming from Merrill, we coming from Summerall, Bow Night, especially Bow Night. We coming for Bow Night.
Get off my dude, man.
Hey, hold on. And say, while you at it, shoot me.
Stop.
What's the quarterback coach?
Stop, man. Stop, man.
Yeah, man.
Stop.
I know we can have him on.
You're going off the deep end, man. We had a great show. Now you're getting petty.
Go ahead and cut this thing off, man.
Yeah, you're getting petty now.
Here's our closing remarks, man.
I'm telling you, no. We did. Just shoot me the number, Stu, and we'll hash this out, man.
I'm not shooting you nothing.
All right, man. We appreciate you for coming on, brother. For real, man. Good stuff, man. Anytime you want to come back, like Van said, absolutely. Always open invite for you, man. But no, tell your partners, man. We coming for them, man. We would like to have them on, get a little insight on their positions, man.
All right, man. Well, great, man. Hey, look, man, I really do appreciate you guys, man, having me on. A lot of people back at the house. Yeah, as you guys saw, they all chimed in, man. Hey, look, man, we all family, man. This was about. I love, talking about, Kentucky football life. Like I said, man, hey, look, it is what it is. I went through what I went to get to where I am, and I'm not even close to where I'm going to be. And so I enjoy you guys getting on, man. And like I said, you guys keep doing what you're doing, man. You guys doing a hell of a job, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, man. We appreciate it, man. Man, come
All right.
see me this weekend, man, before I go to the crib.
Hey man, I got Kayla, man. Me and Kayla, we got daddy daughter a weekend, man.
And I got an arcade over here. She can come play it. All right, man. Stu, we out of here, man. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Appreciate it.